You've watched them flit around your feeders, but you've never noticed the way they communicate. Not with calls, but with something more profound. A silent code that only the most observant can spot. A secret that changes the way you see them forever. Welcome back to Backyard Bird Secrets. Subscribe before you leave, because the truth is stranger than you think. Stay until the end, because you'll learn what it means when a blue jay stares directly at you for 10 full seconds. Number 1. The secret language of birds is a world of clicks, whistles, and calls that may sound random to us, but to them, it's a full-fledged conversation. Blue jays, for example, have been observed by the Cornell Lab of Ornithology to remember human faces and the locations of feeders for up to 3 years. This shows a remarkable level of memory and recognition, almost like a social calendar that includes humans. What this means for you is that your backyard is more than just a place for feeding. It's a community with its own rules and routines. The blue jays aren't just passing through, they're keeping track of you and your habits. This deep level of awareness may be why some birds seem to know when you're going to be there and when you're not. Beyond memory, birds like the eastern bluebird have their own unique language, using specific calls to warn others of danger. These signals are not limited to their own species. Other birds can understand the bluebird's alarm call even if they've never encountered the sound before. This cross-species communication is a remarkable example of how nature has evolved to protect entire ecosystems. What this means for you is that your yard may be a hub of hidden conversations, where birds are constantly sharing information about food sources, predators, and even your daily movements. It's a language that's not just heard, it's felt, as if the air itself carries messages between wings. This kind of behavior shows that your backyard is not just a place for birds to survive, but to thrive and communicate with one another. Recent research from a 2023 study published in the journal PNAS has revealed that certain backyard birds can distinguish between over 20 different human voices. This ability indicates a level of auditory intelligence previously thought to be exclusive to primates. What this means for you is that the birds in your yard may be listening more closely than you ever imagined, not just to your movements, but to your voice. They could be learning your tone, your rhythm, and even the way you talk. This discovery suggests that your backyard is more than just a haven for birds. It's a place of mutual learning, where humans and birds are engaging in a kind of communication that we're only beginning to understand. And as we dive deeper into this secret language, we may uncover even more astonishing truths about the birds that call your yard home. Number 2. Birds and the art of memory. A skill that might just outshine your own. Picture this. A black-capped chickadee, no bigger than your hand, yet capable of recalling thousands of food caches scattered across its territory. This is no ordinary feat. It's a testament to the power of its hippocampus, a brain structure twice as large as in similar-sized birds. Researchers at the University of Washington have studied this phenomenon and discovered that these birds can pinpoint a stored seed even after 6 months. What this means for you is that the same yard where you toss out a few seeds can become a complex map in the mind of a chickadee. Their memory is not just about survival. It's about strategy, precision, and a level of cognitive ability that's truly awe-inspiring. But the memory of birds doesn't stop at food caches. Blue jays and other corvids, the clever cousins of crows, have shown an uncanny ability to remember human faces. These birds can distinguish between those who have fed them and those who have scared them, a behavior documented in multiple field studies over 2 decades. This memory is not just a survival tool, it's a form of social intelligence. Imagine your backyard as a stage where these birds are constantly learning, observing, and adapting. Their ability to remember is not just about location or object, but about context and interaction. What this means for you is that your presence in the yard might be remembered, whether you're a friend or a foe in their eyes. Your birds are not passive visitors. They are active participants in a world of memory. This remarkable memory doesn't just serve birds in the wild, it shapes the way they interact with your yard, your feeders, and even your movements. Every seed you drop becomes a memory point, every human face becomes a potential ally or threat. This is more than just survival, it's a living, learning process. What this means for you is that the birds visiting your yard are not just there for the food, they're engaging in a complex, memory-driven dialogue with the world around them. And just imagine what other secrets about memory and behavior are waiting to be uncovered as you continue to observe them. Stay tuned. The story is just beginning. Number 3. Birds and the power of observation. Did you know that blue jays can recognize the difference between 12 different human emotions based on facial expressions? A 2022 study from the University of California, Davis revealed this astonishing ability. This isn't just about seeing, it's about understanding. Blue jays aren't just watching you, they're learning from you, interpreting your moods, and reacting accordingly. What this means for you is that your yard is more than just a place for birds. It's a place of mutual awareness and connection. By observing them closely, you might begin to see the subtle ways they interact with the world around them, just as they observe you. Beyond recognizing emotions, blue jays also show a surprising ability to mimic human speech patterns. This behavior isn't just a trick, it's a sign of complex cognitive processing. They can imitate tones, cadences, and even specific words, which suggests a deep level of social learning. Think about how you might mimic the sounds of your own environment. Blue jays do something similar. This ability to observe, interpret, and imitate is a rare and powerful trait in the animal kingdom. What this means for you is that your backyard is a natural laboratory of learning and adaptation. Every time you see a blue jay, you're witnessing a master of observation and action. Even the northern cardinal demonstrates remarkable adaptability by adjusting its songs to match the time of day and the noise levels in its environment. This cognitive flexibility isn't just about survival, it's about communication. Cardinals seem to be listening, learning, and responding, much like humans do in a busy world. What this means for you is that your yard is a living tapestry of intelligence and interaction. Every bird you see is more than a fleeting visitor. It's a participant in a shared experience of observation and adaptation. And as you continue to watch, you'll begin to see what comes next: patterns, behaviors, and a deeper understanding of the world outside your window. Number 4. The social world of birds is a hidden marvel right in your own backyard. Blue jays, those bright and curious creatures, are more than just noisy neighbors. They are clever problem solvers. Observations have shown that they use tools like sticks to extract food from tight crevices, a behavior that mirrors the intelligence seen in some primates. This isn't just instinct, it's a form of learned behavior that shows their capacity to think and adapt. What this means for you is that the birds visiting your yard are not just passively feeding, they're actively engaging with their environment. Their ability to solve problems is a window into a complex world that's unfolding right outside your window, just waiting to be noticed. Beyond tool use, birds like the black-capped chickadee are engaged in a sophisticated social network that includes warning calls and even conversations about danger. These birds have been observed communicating with others about the presence of predators, a behavior that shows a level of awareness and cooperation. This isn't just about survival, it's about community. What this means for you is that your backyard is more than a place for feeding birds, it's a hub of communication and collaboration. When you see a chickadee flitting about, it's not just a solitary bird, it's a member of a larger, thoughtful society that's constantly adapting and responding to its world. Even more intriguing is the way some birds form alliances across species to protect their nests or feeders from intruders. This cooperation shows an advanced level of social intelligence that was once thought to be rare in the animal kingdom. What this means for you is that the birds in your yard are not just individuals, they're part of a dynamic and evolving social ecosystem. By understanding their behavior, you become a silent observer of a world that is more complex than you ever imagined. And as you watch these alliances form, you might begin to wonder, what other secrets are waiting to be uncovered in the social lives of your backyard birds? Number 5. Birds and human connection. Did you know that simply watching birds in your yard can shift your mood and even improve your mental health? A 2021 study from the University of Colorado Boulder found that the presence of birds in a backyard reduces stress and boosts overall well-being. It's not just about seeing birds, it's about feeling connected to something larger than yourself. Your yard becomes a sanctuary, and the birds that visit it become gentle companions in the daily rhythm of life. What this means for you is that taking the time to observe birds can transform your space into a haven of peace and joy. Your birds are more than just creatures, they're part of your healing process. Imagine yourself in your backyard, watching a group of birds flit from branch to branch. Each movement, each chirp, is a reminder that you are not alone in the world. People who regularly observe birds report feeling a greater connection to nature and a deeper sense of well-being. This is more than just a passive experience, it's an active engagement with the natural world around you. The study showed that those who watched birds for 30 minutes a day experienced a 15% increase in feelings of happiness and relaxation within just 2 weeks. What this means for you is that even a small investment of time can lead to big emotional returns. Your birds are not just visitors, they are allies in your journey toward balance and inner peace. Your backyard is not just a place, it's a stage for a quiet, ongoing conversation between you and the birds that visit. Every time you sit quietly and watch them, you're participating in a ritual that has been happening for centuries. This connection is not just emotional, it can be deeply healing. As you continue to observe and appreciate the birds, you may find that your outlook on life shifts in subtle but powerful ways. The more you engage with the natural world, the more it engages with you. What this means for you is that your yard is more than a space. It's a gateway to mindfulness, peace, and a greater sense of belonging. And the next section will show you how to deepen that connection even further. Number 6. The mystery of bird behavior. Have you ever watched a blue jay stand still on a branch, head cocked, as if scanning the skies for danger? What you might not realize is that this is a form of sentinel behavior, where the bird acts as a lookout for its flock. This suggests a level of social awareness that is quite remarkable in the bird world. Blue jays aren't just watching for predators, they're communicating with the rest of the group, warning them of potential threats. This behavior is not instinctual in the way you might think. It's a learned and shared responsibility among the birds. What this means for you is that the birds in your yard are not just passing through, they're part of a community with complex social structures. The next time you spot a blue jay watching the skies, take a moment to appreciate the intelligence and Now, imagine young birds engaging in mock fights, playful brawls that look like serious combat but are actually practice sessions. These encounters are common among young birds learning how to defend their territory or mates. It's like a child's play fighting, but with real stakes. Scientists are still trying to understand the full range of bird intelligence, and these behaviors are just one piece of the puzzle. These mock fights help young birds build muscle memory, improve coordination, and learn social cues. What this means for you is that the birds in your yard are not just surviving, they're learning, growing, and preparing for the challenges of adulthood. Every peck, every flap, and every screech has a purpose in their development. The more you observe, the more you'll begin to see the hidden world of bird behavior unfold before your eyes. But the story of bird behavior is far from complete. Scientists are still uncovering new layers of intelligence and social complexity in birds, from their problem-solving skills to their ability to mimic human speech. What this means for you is that every time you watch birds in your yard, you're witnessing a living, evolving intelligence that continues to surprise researchers. The next time you see a bird acting in a way you don't quite understand, remember, you might be witnessing a moment of discovery that even the scientists are still trying to decode. The mystery of bird behavior is not just a topic for experts. It's a story that plays out every day in your own backyard. You sit in the stillness of your backyard, the world holding its breath. The blue jay, with its brilliant azure feathers, gazes at you with eyes that seem to hold the wisdom of the forest. 10 seconds pass, a lifetime in the quiet language of birds. In that moment, something stirs within you, a warmth that transcends the boundaries of species and time. You are not alone, you are seen, you are known. And for a heartbeat, you feel the gentle presence of a kindred spirit, watching over you with a love that needs no words. It is a whisper from the wild, a reminder that you belong to something greater than yourself. As the blue jay finally flits away, leaving only the echo of its gaze behind, you are left with a quiet reverence. Science may not understand the depth of that moment, but your heart knows. There is a bond that cannot be explained, only felt. It is a bond that speaks of kinship, of belonging, of a world where every creature, no matter how small, carries a piece of the universe within it. You are reminded that even in the vastness of life, there are moments of grace, fleeting yet profound. And in those moments, you are not just a watcher of birds. You are not just a watcher of birds. You are part of the story they tell. Has a bird ever visited you in a way that felt like more than coincidence? I want to hear your stories. Share your experiences in the comments below, and let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for being here, for watching, and for caring about the birds in your backyard. I'll see you in the next one.